As we all know, 2023 for boxing was one of the biggest boxing years ever, if not the biggest boxing year ever. And 2024 tried to follow suit, but I really don't think it even measured up to 2023. But hopefully 2025 will be a lot bigger or as big as 2023. That will be great. Now, we all know that Shakur Stevenson and William Zepeda were always trying to fight each other, but now the fight will happen, according to Oscar De La Hoya, the Golden Boy, on February 22nd, 2025. But as we all know, William El Camarón Zepeda has a fight against Tevin Farmer next week, and that is not an easy task. So that does not mean Zepeda will be Tevin Farmer. Even though Tevin Farmer already has 6 losses, that could mean that up to 6 people actually be Tevin Farmer. But we all know that William Zepeda is most likely gonna be Tevin Farmer because he did lose to lesser fighters. Now, I believe this fight will be a very entertaining fight if William Zepeda does get past Tevin Farmer, which I really do think he actually stops Tevin Farmer. And I actually do think that William Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson will be a very entertaining fight because their styles will mesh well. It's not like I always said Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson will be a very boring fight, because Tank Davis will not engage at first. He will try to download you, and Shakur Stevenson will not fight first. He will try to counterpunch you. But William Zepeda has a really high output since the beginning of the fight, so it will be a very entertaining fight. Even though I give the edge to Shakur Stevenson because he is a very great counterpuncher, but William Zepeda, I mean, he is a great fighter as well, and he does throw a lot of punches. But I do hope that Shakur Stevenson does take the fight, but I do hope he doesn't take it injured, because we already seen his last 2 performances, and Shakur Stevenson does talk a big game. He said he's gonna be great and he's gonna stop his opponents, but we all know he was injured. You know, his hand was injured.
Deal. I hurt my hand. Bitch.
And we all know that Shakur Stevenson is a great fighter, and he does break records. He actually broke the record for the least punches thrown in a fight against Edwin de los Santos. That fight was very boring, and I did not like the fight. And even his fight after that was almost as boring as that. If you do want to go to sleep, or you have a hard time going to sleep and you don't want to take any drugs, just watch a Shakur Stevenson fight. And I'm pretty sure the whole boxing world was actually expecting Shakur Stevenson to give a performance the same way he did against Valdez, but he has not been able to actually do a performance like that again against a top level fighter. Against Edwin de los Santos, he probably was injured, and his last fight he said that he was injured as well. So I don't understand why he would take a fight if he's not completely healed. And I actually thought that Shakur Stevenson was the only person that could beat Gervonta Tank Davis, but his last 2 performances says otherwise. I really don't think so. He can probably get knocked the fuck out by Gervonta Tank Davis. That's what all the hardcore Gervonta Tank Davis fans say. They don't have any other rebuttal. They just say Tank Davis is gonna go in there and knock that fool the fuck out. And just like Oscar De La Hoya every Thursday for his clackback, you are not a hater if you just simply speak the facts, and everything I said in this video is 100% facts. Gervonta Tank Davis will probably knock out Shakur Stevenson. That's only if Shakur Stevenson engages, but if he doesn't, Tank Davis is gonna have to make the fight happen, because we all know Tank Davis downloads his opponents, and I really do think that fight will be very boring. Hey, but guess what, guys? I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest, and if you want to help out your boy, throw $1 at the super thanks. All right, guys, peace.
Let's go, champ.